Welcome to this course, and this is a course overview before we get started. So this is a course overview about web design with WordPress. WordPress is a powerful tool for designers that want to design websites, that wants to build stunning websites for different brands. And right now, these are the things we'll be doing in this course, which would definitely be useful to you. This course is mainly for beginners. I made it very simple for beginners. You need zero knowledge in web design to navigate this course. It variably means everything you need to design a stunning and professional website are well detailed in this course, most especially for beginners. This is where to begin your journey. And after you take the process to go through this course, the major milestones you'll be able to do the following at the end of this course. You'll be able to create a WordPress website. You'll be able to buy a domain name for websites. You'll be able to deploy a WordPress website offline. You'll be able to host and deploy a WordPress website online. All these have their use cases. If you are to learn, you go for deploying a WordPress website offline. So all these things are done in this course. They were practicalized in this course. So you are going to get to know how to do all this, from creating the WordPress website to buying a domain name to hosting it offline to hosting it online. These are things you'll be able to do at the end of this course. And what are domain names? For beginners, I don't expect you to know what a domain name is, and if you do, that's very good. But a domain name is the web address you type to visit a website. These are things you purchase before creating a website. So for instance, example.com, google.com, they are all domain names. Facebook.com, those are domain names. You need to register a domain name to use it for your website. Before you create a website, you need to register for a domain name. Most especially professional websites. If you have to create a professional website, you need a domain name, and you register a domain name before you can get a domain name. So all those processes were done in this course. And having to know what domain names are, there are different parts of a domain name. We have top level domain, which is the last part of the domain name. You have .com, .org, .net. That's the top level domain name. It is also called domain extension in most cases. When you hear extension, that's what extension is. And we have the second level domain name. This is the main part of the domain, which indicates the name of your brand in a domain. For instance, Google in google.com. Google is the second level domain, which is the main part of the domain, which is always your name or your brand name or the business name or whatever business you are creating the project for. Their name will be the second level domain before the extension, which we have the .com, .org, .net, .edu. Those are different top level domains, but the second level domain is your brand name or your name if you are creating for a personal brand. Then we have subdomain. Subdomain is the optional part added before the second level domain. In some cases, you might need subdomain where you get to see a name, a blog, something like that, news. You can see blog.google.com. For instance, blog in blog.example.com is the subdomain. So these are things you need to know. They are very simple. Subdomain exists, and your second level domain is the name you choose yourself. You're going to choose that name yourself. So the name you chose for your brand or your personal brand will be your second level domain, and the top level domain will be the extension, which could be .com, .net, .org, .edu. We have a whole lot of it, so you can go through domain names and get to know more about domain names. And having to know more about domain names, we have fully qualified domain name, where you have the whole full domain name from the http to the www.thebrandname.com. That's a fully qualified domain name, and that's all you need to know in this course. This course simplifies all this, and at the end of this course, you'll be able to set up a website for yourself. And the next thing you'll be needing is hosting services. Hosting services is used to store the files of your website online. It's as simple as that. For a WordPress website, you need an hosting service and you need a domain name. So you can get both from a platform, and you can get them differently, still all the same. And all those things will be explained in this course for you as a beginner. So hosting service is used to store the files of your website, the system file, the media, everything you'll be needing on your website. This hosting service is used to store that. So you'll be getting an hosting service. In the next lesson, I'm going to tell you more about this course and why you should take this course. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.